Ooh. Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Good night. I just woke up. And I blame fucking Cobra Kai. It's their fault. Started watching the show again last night when I got home from work. And I could not sleep until I saw episode 10. I'm exhausted, but I'm here. And who am I? Oh, God. Let me fix my camera. I'm like sideways. I am the pundit of the people, the man with the bland big gray, to say to talk some lucha libre today, which is your Spanish lesson for wrestling today. See, I'm already off. I'm all sneezy this morning. It's terrible. But I'm not here alone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with my brother from down under. It is the one and the only from the PWC. It is the man, Jimmy T. What's going on, Jimmy? How are you this morning?
What's up, lad? I'm good. I'm actually good, man. I feel fresh. And you mentioned Cobra Kai. I actually haven't watched the second half yet, man.
The hell's wrong
I've been
with
meaning to. I know. It's funny, but I've been wanting to. I might do that after the show. Is it just as good as it always is, of course?
It's fucking great. It starts off hot and it ends really hot.
Really? Again, on a teaser. Damn it.
Yes.
I'm going to watch it for sure.
And we're not going to see the rest of it until, I think, the finale is February.
Oh, Jesus. And there's a movie coming out, right? Which is supposed to, like, link with the show, correct?
Yep. It's going to be awesome.
To this, man. Well, the Cobra Kai peeps were in Australia, actually, just a couple of weeks ago, funny enough, promoting the show. And did you know Daniel Son can sing, bro?
Yeah. And Bruce Lee and Bruce Lee was a cha-cha champion. He was a dancing champion. Did you know that?
I didn't, but I believe it though. I can see
it's
it.
True.
Man. All good fighters know how to dance, bro. Jean-Claude Van Damme's another one.
He can't dance. You see that shit where he was dancing like a fucking weirdo?
Yeah, but that was done on purpose. Come on. He done ballet too, bro. That was a great scene though. Yeah, he did, yeah.
It's pretty good,
man. Bitch ass.
How you doing this week, man?
I'm good, man. I'm pretty hyped, man. It's been a pretty busy week in the world of pro wrestling. All the shows have been pretty hectic this week. I've been looking forward to doing this because I just want to say, when I say I told you also, I told you so, because I was the one that said Rhea Ripley's injury was a fraud, a scam, and this just proves my point once again.
It was a bamboozle. What is it? You got bamboozled?
Bamboozled. Everyone thought I was crazy. Except for Jeff. Jeff agreed with me.
Oh, really quickly, man. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to a couple of people that just jumped in the chat. And again, more people will jump in later, but Chris Williams here, Frank's Pickle Barrel Ass, Cold Blooded. What's going on, my friend? Dan Heffron, Hamin Media Group is here. Queen Laquifa is here, of course. She gave Kamala Harris a big endorsement. Too bad it didn't work out for you. Yeah, man. So what are you gonna do? Do me a favor, guys and gals. Just hit the like button over there on YouTube land. And do you mind sharing the link to whatever social media you have? If you can, just let the people know that we're live. Go to the Hamin Media Group, go to your Facebook and stuff like that, and just let them know we're live here. And we're live here every single Tuesday for the people that are watching here for the first time. So Tuesday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Jimmy, listen, man, we got a lot of shit to go over. And I like this. This is great. You seen this? Look, whenever we have problems.
Yeah, I'll put that up.
That is awesome. I love that, Jimmy.
I'll put that up there during the wreckage, right before the wreckage.
It says, shit's fucked. Please stand by. This is fantastic.
Shout out to Jargo. Jargo was the one that gave me that.
Jargo gave you that one?
Yeah, years ago, bro. It was like 2-3 years ago now.
Maybe we could make a new one, like a more updated one. You don't think?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. 100%.
Something less politically correct, because we don't have to be politically correct anymore.
Not anymore. Not with
Donald. He won, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Because we got the Donald.
Are we doing the Donald dance? They do it wrong. Some people do it with his hands. No, it's not side to side. It's pump. All right.
Wait,
you know
pump. Like this. Oh, it's like this. He does these ones.
He does a little pump. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Like I can't wait. I can't wait for somebody on WWE TV to do it. I would have American Alpha. Like if they ever won a match, that would be funny. If fucking Chad Gable just starts doing a little stupid Trump dance.
Dude, they'll get hate big time. But you know what? It's no secret WWE is very, they're pro-Trump, obviously.
Listen, I don't know if I should talk about the fight tonight, talk about the fight here, or talk about the fight tomorrow. But I'm
You
gonna
know
tell you
what? I
something.
want your thoughts because I did what I said I was going to do with the vet. The vet schooled me a little bit, and I know he's probably listening and watching right now, just like last week, which popped me. Um,
Well, speaking about the vet, Jimmy, I just wanted to
yes.
remind people as soon as we're done here, head over to twitch.tv/opinion haver and check out the vet, see what he's streaming today. What were you gonna say, buddy? I'm sorry.
Well, you know, I only watched it initially the first time, right? I felt like in round one, Tyson showed Tyson. You know what I mean? That
Mhm.
classic Tyson of old. Oh, there he is. There he's right in the chat.
He's
He doesn't talk, but he's like mouth
he's there.
shut.
He's there.
But like I was saying, I felt like in round one we saw glimpses of that old Tyson in every sense, head
Right.
movement,
Right.
his feet, everything. Like except
Right.
for, and he threw a few punches, dude. Right,
Right.
all these punches were practically round one.
Mm-hmm.
After round two, I felt like it was just all Jake Paul. You know what I mean? The whole way through. And now that makes me think him biting the gloves. I know that's a thing he kind of used to do back in the day, but this time it felt very prominent. You know what I'm saying? Um, do you think he was doing that out of frustration because he couldn't really attack?
So first and foremost, I gotta say, Jimmy, you got worked so hard. And this is why you got worked. As soon as this fight started, and I was telling, and I had to actually, I was listening to the wreckage, that wreckage.
Wreckage.
I was listening this weekend, and I was just texting a vet. I had to text him. I had to tell him, vet was so on point
Yeah,
with
you told me.
exactly
You
what
showed me that,
happened.
right?
100% he was on point. Now, what am I talking about? I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions out there because I already asked. Well, maybe I didn't ask Jimmy. Jimmy, let me ask you: how many uppercuts did Mike Tyson throw during this fight?
Zero. None. Not even his trademark overhead right, dude. That
Well,
knocks motherfuckers out.
he did, and he
Oh,
just
did he? I
well
missed it then.
hold on, he barely clipped. What was it, a hook? Or was it a left hook?
It was a hook, bro. I'm
It was a
telling you,
hook.
he didn't do an overwrite.
So when he barely clipped this kid Paul, you saw Paul's eyes open,
It's true.
fucking this wide, and there was a point where he threw the hook, right? Boom, he followed up, right? Jake Paul backs into a corner a little bit, like he stumbles away.
Right.
Tyson starts moving in, bobbing and weaving, doing his thing that Custy Amato taught him when he was young. And then all of a sudden he went to the body. Jake Paul dropped his hands. Tyson was getting ready to hit him with
Went low.
an overhand right, and he stopped. And I said, "Whoa." And he did that a few times. There were a couple of times where I could see that he wanted to throw the uppercut. Bro, he could have hit this kid with an uppercut like 25 times. And he would have
Especially
knocked
that
him
his
out.
guard was down too, all the whole fight practically.
Listen, he would have knocked him out. And this is the truth. And I wanted it to be, what's up, Labrat? I wanted it to be, I don't want this, how can I say this? My breakdown of this match or that wrestling match they had to be, you know, not just because I'm a fan, not because I was rooting for the old man, but I had to look at it and I had to watch it two or three times. Actually, I watched several parts of it 2 or 3 times to really see how many times Tyson actually held back. Jake Paul is a very poor amateur fighter, and I was telling one of my friends a day or two ago. I said, "Dude, I could go down to my old gym and find 2 good, like a light heavyweight and a heavyweight, that would just wipe the floor with this kid right now. I could just go to the gym, see somebody moving around and be like, all right, that kid."
But
Jake
is
Paul's,
that the right fight to judge him on, though? To be honest, like per se,
what do you mean? Is that the right fight?
because that I wouldn't judge him off of that fight. Sure, really, he's fought all
Hold on, Jimmy.
bums in one
Keep,
sense.
keep talking. Stand by.
Okay, no worries. I don't know where you're going, but Ray will be back, I assume. But yeah, for me, I just feel like that's all right. That's all right, Ray. Do what you have to do, man.
Here. 1 second.
Let's all do a countdown, peeps. But look, after watching it again, it does come across as phony. That's all right, bro. It does come across as phony.
I'm back.
But I don't want to think like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to believe that at the same time.
We won't
But
believe
then
what?
again,
What
that
don't
it
you
was
want?
all a work, bro. And we all
It was
got work,
100%. It was all fake. Sorry.
and it sucks, bro. And it's not good for the sport of boxing because it's been trying to make a resurgence, man. And with shit like this, it's not going to make a resurgence.
People, hold on. Is this shit on right? All right. People don't understand. This isn't boxing. This is
an exhibition fight, bro. That's what this was.
This is sports entertainment. That's what this is.
Well, yeah,
this is
exactly.
But it's it's not wrestling. It's boxing. Sports entertainment.
Right.
It's a fake fight. And the thing is that Tyson, at the age of almost 60 years old, and I'm telling you, bro,
training vids were very different. That's true.
Oh, also, I'm gonna throw this out there, and this is gonna sound crazy. That little knee brace that he had on, and the fact that he wasn't moving around and stuff like that.
You think that was a gimmick?
Oh, absolutely. I think it was fake. I think he was fine. I think it gave an excuse as to why he wasn't moving around the ring. Everything was a work. Everything was work.
But round one, though, he was moving spectacularly. I felt
right
like,
because he forgot.
That was weird. Right? Well, maybe.
Or
was it on purpose?
Now,
you know what I mean? Like,
now you asking about the glove biting. That's something that's psychosomatic. That's something that he's always done.
I know. I said that too, but
because that was something that they taught him to do after the Holyfield fight when he bit his ear off. But
that makes sense.
There was a point, right? And Vet made a great point too when he said that he was gassed out. Let me explain something. So there was a point where he was
definitely gassed.
Listen, there was a point where he was sitting in the corner, right? And people were saying,
and puffing.
People were saying, it's so sad to see Mike Tyson crying. Oh, he's so old and hurt. I'm sitting there saying to myself, this motherfucker is not crying and screaming because he's hurt. He was like the
occasion.
No, right. The animal in him was like, I want to kill this fucking guy, and I'm not allowed to.
You think it was that?
Yes, and you could see it, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I've seen this shit like across from me. Let me tell you something. He was sitting there saying, "Fuck, is it worth the $20 million?" Now, for people that didn't know, in the contract, if Mike Tyson went a full 6 rounds, he got the full $20 million payout.
That's true. And these stipulations, facts though.
Facts.
Because I've read all sorts of shit. Because I've heard stipulations where he wasn't allowed to knock him out anyway.
Wait, let's see.
Otherwise, he'd lose money.
Wait. You know what?
Meltzer.
No, let's see what Dave Meltzer has to say. Do we have anything? Do we have a soundbite? No, we don't have a soundbite. It doesn't matter.
We should have a Meltzer soundbite though. I'm surprised we don't. I'll work on that even.
What's the closest thing that I have here? I don't think I.
5 stars.
Huh?
5 stars. You got to have him saying 10 stars.
I wonder what the star rating will be. I haven't heard that.
Has anyone hit 8 yet? Are we 9? Is he into the 10s yet? That moron. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Fuck
I love Seth for that.
Hashtag that. Fuck Dave. Hey, Elliot.
Who's that? Elliot Spaceman.
It's probably Canada Spaceman.
That's why I said that.
Oh, this is the artist formerly known as.
Oh, it is?
Wait, what?
Oh, shit. As Hooper.
Oh, Kenny P. What's up, Kenny?
What up, Kenny?
So anyway, so long story short, we haven't gotten to the wrestling news yet. Yeah, it was all bullshit. The Vet was so on point. If you want to hear the Vet's breakdown of the fight, it's basically the exact same thing I fucking said on the wreckage. I mean, what he said on the wreckage is exactly what I'm gonna tell you here. He's 100% on point. 100% on point. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. I will never fucking watch another Jake Paul fight. Because it's not a fight. It's fake.
This was the first one I actually watched properly. Never watched his previous fights, man. Except for highlights.
I'm done. And Jimmy, speaking of being done, I think we need to be done with this conversation and let's jump into some pro wrestling news. Is that cool?
Let's do it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, by the way, Jimmy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. Was there anything you wanted to add to the Tyson thing? Because
no, it's all right. Look, this thing was between myself and the Vet. You guys are going to talk more about. I've spoken about it already on 3 shows.
I really don't. I mean, unless the Vet has a question for, like, unless we want to really talk, I really don't want to talk anymore about this because it wasn't a fight.
Well, you guys are both in agreement anyway, so there's not much really to say. But
literally, there's nothing more I can add than what the Vet was like. It was like, I was like, oh my God, I'm listening to this thing on my job, on my podcast, listening to you guys talking. And I'm just like, fuck, he's right. 100%. That's what I thought. It was the same shit. So with that being said, Jimmy, I think it's only fair. It's only fair to give some people, give our people some pro wrestling news. Oh yeah, it's pro wrestling news.
Yeah.
And like I always say, every pro wrestling news report is just a rumor. Because the card is always subject to change. Let's run this really quickly. We got ahead of January 6th premiere of well, this isn't a rumor, this is actually true. Netflix has the page up for the WWE Raw thing. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I did, man.
Right. So basically,
and it's TV. Well, sorry.
Well, no, go ahead, dude. Say it. I was gonna say the same thing. Go ahead, say it. Go, say it.
Well, the good news is apparently we're going back to TV 14.
What?
Yeah, we're moving back to teen.
See, here's the gimmick here, and look at the. See, this is actually I took the screenshot off the actual app, and what does it say there? Raw 2025 TV 14.
But Ray,
what
are we getting fooled a little bit though? Like, just the reason why I say that, all the Raws in history of Raw is going to be on Netflix, correct?
Yeah.
Could they be doing that sort of rating? Yes. See, people haven't thought of that at all yet.
Say, all right, finish your thought. So explain.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You already know what I'm getting at. In other words, could it be because of all the previous Raws over the years? And we're just thinking that this is going to be TV 14 because it said so.
So what you're saying is they're rating like the old Stone Cold shit, the shit with
right,
Sunny,
exactly,
not Sunny Sable showing her tits and all that stuff.
Exactly, all that shit. Wow. Could we be jumping the gun and not thinking like that? You know, I just think we all saw that shit and we're all just jumping up and down like, yeah, woo. But if you notice, SmackDown also, which won't be live on Netflix, also says TV 14. You notice that?
Does it really?
Yes, and NXT says PG. And now when you think about NXT has always been PG from its inception.
Unfortunately.
So it makes sense why the rating would be PG on Netflix and for SmackDown to be TV 14 and Raw being TV 14. So I don't want to like pop anyone's balloons, but or bubbles for that matter. Yeah. Just keep in mind that it could be that and not actually Raw in 2025.
That's a fucking good point. You only get those points here. Hamin Media Group and the PWC network.
And no one's mentioned that, dude. No one, nowhere.
I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out, bro. If we see a half a tit, then we know we're good.
I'm hoping I'm wrong though. Put it that way.
Speaking of Cobra Kai, we were talking about Cobra Kai earlier today. I'm gonna give you one spoiler. I'm not gonna tell you what episode or when. Right. But Britt Baker had kind of a major role on Cobra Kai. Yeah, I was like, holy shit, that's Britt Baker. And she plays an asshole. That's what I'm gonna say.
Is she pretty quick into the season? Like, do you see it pretty fast? I don't care. Tell me. Fuck it. I know we got people.
It's episode 10.
No, really?
No. Episode 9, maybe.
That's the second last episode, correct?
Second last episode. I think that's where we saw some Britt Baker action. She was doing some dentistry. I'm kidding. But no, she's in the show, and I was like, holy shit, it's Britt Baker, and she does, like I said, she has a pretty major role. And Elliot Spaceman, what's going on? Did I say hi? I did. Blaze Nick.
Yeah, that's
going on. Blaze
that's
Nick.
Kenny P.
Yeah, no, I said Kenny P. So yeah, man. All right, so that was a good point about the TV 14 rating, man. I didn't think about that, but
just putting it out there, man.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes.
Did you know that Bobby Roode has been filling in for P.S. Michael Hayes on the producing? He's been producing a number of WWE top events, as per multiple sources.
I didn't know that, but I know he's an agent. And what is going on with Michael P.S. Hayes? I mean, what's the excuse for him? I know with Pritchard, his wife is sick again. Apparently, unfortunately for her, she's got cancer once again. From what I'm hearing,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Right, and she's been battling cancer for years, dude. Over the years, so.
Jeez. You would think they have a pill for that already, man.
I know, that's what I don't understand, bro. You think, but it freaks me out, dude, thinking about it.
So with Michael Hayes, I'm gonna say, and I'm just guessing, racism. I don't know.
Derp.
Dude, I mean, we've heard things. I mean, it's all I've never been backstage, but I mean,
Oh, come on. He was the biggest racist prick back in the day, bro.
I mean, allegedly, I've worked with enough people to have a guess, but then
Come
again,
on,
everybody
bad.
says Trump is racist. So,
look, you know what the thing about Trump? Did you see what he said about Greeks and Giannis Antetokounmpo?
so true. What?
Did you see what he said? He was in Milwaukee right before he obviously won.
This Greek food is delicious.
He loves Greeks. He says, right? He goes, that's funny. I'm in Milwaukee, home of the Greek, Giannis, right? And he's like, I look more Greek than Giannis, don't you think? Like, and the people just didn't react to it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what are you saying, bro?
That's fucking
because he's black.
Awesome. That's fucking
You know
awesome.
what I mean? The
That's
thing is,
amazing.
he's Nigerian background, but born and bred in Greece, man.
So
He's
is
very
he-
much a Greek.
and he's hung like a Greek. I heard.
Dude, his mannerisms are Greek, like in every sense.
So what are Greek mannerisms like? I'm just curious.
I can't explain it, dude. I say it's a word called manga. Do you know what a manga is? Have you ever heard that word before?
Yeah, it's like a Japanese porn. Right.
No, that's manga.
So-
But no,
manga.
manga in Greek means like
Change my background.
you're like a. For us, we say sick cunt in Australia, right? In other words, like a
Sika?
cool dude.
Like the wrestler.
Not sick cunt. Like you're
call
you're a
me a
cool
cunt.
dude,
You're a
man.
cunt.
But
Oh.
yeah, I am. In other words, it means like you're a cool dude, but a bit arrogant of a cool dude. Like you think you're top shit in a way.
Okay.
But that's like the Greek sort of mannerisms. Like I can't explain it, dude. You understand?
I
You
get
meet
it.
a Greek.
Like a certain arrogance about the
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
It's nothing like
It's not that he's arrogant. It's just the way they portray themselves.
Right.
Especially
Well,
if you meet a Greek off the boat, you understand what I mean.
No, I get it. I mean, like I said, I grew up in the Lower East Side of New York City. A lot of Greeks.
Yeah. The ones with the gold chains, the fucking
Right.
You know what I
Hairy
mean?
chest.
Yeah, they think they're top shit. They think they're fucking they think they're God's gift to women, but really they ain't shit. Type of deal.
I tell you, man, I remember as a young lad, I dated a young Greek girl.
Really? Another one, huh? You too. Ooh. Greek girls are fucked, bro. Straight up.
Very jealous young lady.
Oh, dude, what do you think?
Oh
I'm using
my.
Italian.
Brother, like wow jealous type. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Dude, they're
probably-
fucked. They're
probably-
fucked in the head.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they can go if you know what I mean.
it can work. It
They
can work, brother.
But in the
let's-
long term, you're just stressed out, bro.
All right, let's see what else we got. A couple of some more reports on the Street Profits being unhappy, and their sources that say there's no belief internally that Montez Ford or Angelo Dawkins are exiting or leaving the company. Sources say Dawkins and Ford are currently locked in deals with it. All right, so listen, I don't know what's going on with them. It's all bullshit. I think all these reports out there about Dawkins and this guy is all for maybe a possible heel turn or gimmick or something down the line. These guys are not going anywhere, and I don't think Montez Ford would leave the WWE knowing his beautiful wife is working with the company.
Nah, it's all bullshit, bro.
You don't want to put heat on your wife, right?
Absolutely not. And on top of that, the dirt sheets these days, man, in the last couple of years, but even particularly this year, have been horrendous.
Let me tell you something. That shit that happened. So I was listening to old what was his name? Jesus Christ, I call him Zeb Coulter. What's his name?
Dutch Mantel.
I was watching. Yeah, I was listening to Dutch's. It's good to have him back. By the way, God bless Dutch and his beautiful wife. God bless you. God bless you. I love you guys. I'm happy. It was good to hear him back. Doing a podcast, and I listened to the last one he did with fucking Meltzer, and holy shit!
How can his buddy James?
Yeah, James. He seems like a nice kid, man. I mean,
yeah, which is Stevie Richards' co-host, by the way. Just
as well. Good-looking British kid, also has a horse cock, and and I'll tell you something, man. It was just good to hear people finally call this man out on his bullshit, and I'm talking about Meltzer for all these fucking years.
What he said in his report about Dutch, man, was just the thing about Meltzer, dude. I feel like he hasn't grown up. He doesn't know. He's not mature, bro. Like I feel like he's trapped in like a fucking 20-year-old's fucking mindset, even younger. Like I feel like he doesn't understand. I'm surprised the guy's married and got kids, dude.
Bro, the minute I
Like,
saw that
seriously.
picture, remember that famous picture of him with his
The
office?
tongue?
With the
That when it
office.
was a mess. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? What kind of sick
Filth,
person
bro.
is like? I can't.
Fuck that, man.
So,
They say creative people are very messy.
I'm creative. I'm not fucking messy.
So that makes two of us.
Yeah, I can't stand a mess. Like I have to vacuum all the time. I just can't.
Don't even get me started.
No.
Don't get me started, please. I'm telling you.
Do not bury D. Don't. What
You know
he's
I'm
the dirty one. Dirty D. I see you, D. She's like, fuck off.
Your head.
She's like, fuck off, Ray.
Can you?
You fucking prick. You don't have a horse cock. You have a little cock. That's fine. Hey, that's my wife. Hey, that's my wife all the time.
Oh, really? She says how to get your ego this big after that?
No, it's true. It's about that big. It's tiny. But yeah, man, it's fine. God damn it, pal. Let me see what we got here. Look at Bobo. What's going on, Bobo? Did I get a chance to say hi to you? Yeah, he's definitely
sure.
He's definitely got something wrong with him, Jimmy. Meltzer.
The tism is there, dude. Like Bobo said, 100%. He's got a tism in him.
It is what it is, man. What are you gonna do, Frank's Pickle Ass? What's going on? Let's see what else we got here. Fuck Dave Meltzer. Hashtag that. Let me see. All right, what does it say here? It says returning the Rumble. Caitlyn. I don't care about this. Okay, so there's no news there.
Shit, dude. Really?
Let me see. Well, we're almost done here with the news. We could really take our time with Oh, by the way, what does this say? Eric Bischoff came out and says, why Eric Bischoff says Dynamite is one of the worst TV shows he's ever watched. Oh God. It's because it stinks. That's why. It's not even a news story. It's just
it's become TMZ, bro.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Like that's what this shit is. Do you remember years ago, at least we used to actually have wrestling news? Now it's become all tabloid shit.
Yeah, this is like
you know what I mean?
What is Bronson Reed like to do on the toilet? It's like, who fuck cares?
Yeah. And it does my head in, bro. Like it's not the same. Even when we report the news on every other show, it's like, fuck, what is there to say? Like it's all tabloid bullshit, literally.
Yo, you heard that this guy Nick Aldis may actually be wrestling.
I hope he does, man.
Like I don't think people realize how big of a man and how good
he's
Nick
a
Aldis
specimen. He's actually a specimen. I hated him in TNA though.
What?
When he was Magnus. Remember when he was Magnus?
Of course I remember. Hello.
I couldn't stand him. I couldn't stand him as Magnus, bro. When he became this character, like Nick Aldis, like in NWA,
right?
That was a completely different version, and he's all class. And he can go, man, and he looks great. If people haven't seen him, he's got a phenomenal body. Put it that way.
Yeah, I think there's some video of him going around wrestling recently.
Well, him and Cody had their little feud, which made that promo on SmackDown actually very good too. If you caught it.
How old is Nick Aldis? Do you know?
He'd be close to 40. I know Mickey James is older than him. Funny enough.
So wait a second.
38, 39.
So would you tell me Nick Aldis is still in his 30s? No,
I'm sure he's in his late 30s. I'll double check now, but I'm pretty certain he is.
I'm doing that right now.
He's born in 86, bro. So yeah, he's in his 30s.
Dude, he's 38.
Yeah, bro. See, there you go.
Holy shit, he's a baby.
He just turned 38, mind you.
Oh, this dude he's like pro wrestling prime is like in your 40s. He's not even in his prime yet.
Cody and fucking Roman are older than him, bro.
You got to be shitting me. Why is he not wrestling?
See, that's the thing. WWE hired him initially not for him to wrestle, but I think in his head, deep down, he would have thought, I'm still going to take this opportunity because I'll prove to them somehow that I'm worth it to wrestle. And I think that's what's going on. I think eventually we will get him to wrestle. He has to, dude.
He's got
it. If they waste him like this, they're idiots. Straight up.
Have you noticed that Bray Wyatt, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't blame you for saying that, by the way.
That Bo Dallas, and I want to talk about this before we even talk about Raw.
Let's, because I've been wanting to talk about this ASAP, actually.
he's slowly morphing into his fucking brother.
And I don't know how I feel about it either, dude, because it's scary in some ways. And when I
Well,
say scary, I know they're meant to be scary.
right.
But like literally, I mean scary because don't conjure the guy, man. Don't become him completely.
Bro, it's interesting, man. It's really interesting to see. And I even tweeted out, which I tweeted out like somewhere, I forgot, like I don't know, like 3 a.m. while I was watching Cobra Kai, that you know, he needs to lose the mask and just embrace what he's becoming here with this. I mean, he looks so much, he sounds like, he's starting to sound like his brother.
Dude, it's
weird.
It's weird, dude. And I don't know how I feel about it because it's morbid in some ways, dude. And
Explain.
it's just real. It's like Bray for real, bro. He's being conjured through Bo Dallas. Do you know what I'm saying, dude? And
I
that
get it.
kind of freaks me out, dude. Like it's a bit too real in that sense.
Well, it is his brother.
I get that. I totally get that. But if you're in Bo Dallas' shoes, man, right? Would you try to? And your brother was a huge star and whatnot. Would you try to invoke that?
I don't know. It depends on what my brother wanted. Like
I'm sure the brother would be cool with it.
So then I think they're fine.
But to become that person completely, like if they're going through that morph, right? Completely.
Remember this. You guys have to wrap your head around this. That Bray Wyatt is not who he was. That was his character.
Why
couldn't Bo Dallas become Bray Wyatt? Why? Why? Why not? Think about it. Why can't he become that character, Bray Wyatt? Why can't he be the Fiend?
I just feel like it's look, man. People believe what they want to believe, but I believe in weird shit like that. I just feel like it's almost.
Oh, you think he's literally conjuring up the spirit of his brother?
Fucking think there's some sort of bullshit, even if he doesn't mean it or doesn't know it, right?
Wow.
When you try to be that person as much as possible, right? And it could even be from losing that loved one to the point where they're trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, dude? It's like playing with fire, bro. I don't know, man.
Well, Cold Blooded comes out, says, I'm sure Bo and Bray. He says, I'm sure Bo and Bray had the talk, in quotation marks, when Bray knew he wasn't well anymore, or maybe not. I mean, I would
doubt
assume
that.
So well.
No, I don't think he thought he was going to die, man. Straight up. That's
you know what? I mean, I can't speak for what Bo Dallas or Bray Wyatt or any of the family knew what was happening, but that last video that he cut, I'm talking about Bray Wyatt, when he looked in the camera, he's like, I love all you. I'm paraphrasing, baby. Basically, like, it was like a goodbye video. Did you ever see that video?
I don't think I did, dude. I might have, but didn't pay attention to it properly like that. So,
bro, you need to watch that shit because it was eerie as fuck. Because it was like he was just saying goodbye. He was saying goodbye to his family, his friends.
Ultimate Warrior type of deal.
Yes, but more on point. I'm telling you, bro.
Have you seen Bray's videos? Like while he got fired, when he got released, you just need to believe. Yeah, I think he's believing, or Bray leaving a bit too much, should I say? Yeah. But have you seen? He used to make all these vignettes, dude, leading up to his return. I don't know if you go on his YouTube channel, dude. There's something else. His vignettes were awesome, bro.
Yeah.
And it makes me think. Now I want to see that last thing that you said. Because I'll look at it completely differently in that sense, but that's freaky, man. If they did have that talk,
I will play it here, but I don't want to get strike.
Please, no, you won't get stroked. Striked.
I don't know if I could find it. Let me see. Well, anyway,
was it on Raw?
No.
Well, anyway, my point is, he's just be careful with what you wish for and what you're doing, man. That's all I'm saying. Oh, did you really that quick?
I found it. Let me give me a second. Let me just bring it up here. I found it. This is Bray Wyatt's last words, basically.
No shit. And then we never saw him again, basically.
Never saw him again. So hopefully we don't get a hit for this. But all right, let me play it. Let's see what happens here. It's not that long. But this is Bray Wyatt literally just before he passed away.
I looked at my uncles and my grandfather, who were all professional wrestlers. I looked at them as if they were Greek gods or something. Like they couldn't feel pain. You know, they were immortal. They will always be just like that. And take it from me. Sometimes, when you're someone like that, it's incredibly powerful to remind them that they mean a lot to a lot of people. And I hope everyone out there that's hearing this, I hope you take this from me. Be good to the ones you love. Always remind them about that and how much they mean to you, because nothing is forever.
I'm gonna pause it there. It was longer
I've
than
seen
that.
it. I've seen it now. I remember which one. You won't get striked because that's on a WWE vid. Yeah, that's freaky, bro. I remember now exactly what he said and about his uncles and his dad were Greek gods. I remember all that.
Yeah,
I didn't think of it the way you did, but was that really his last vid?
That was his last vid. That was it.
That was he had COVID version. Here?
No, this was after his recovery with the heart stuff and
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. Nothing is forever, he said. Oh,
someone flushed it at the end. That's what I thought too. Matt, I don't want to laugh, but it did sound like someone. Matt in the chat, Matt Schaefer, our very own Matt Schaefer, said, "Did someone flush at the end?" It did sound like that.
Could have been in the bathroom. I mean, that's where I want to be when I pass away. I want to be in the bathroom. I
laugh at that.
I want to be in my bathroom surrounded by my loved ones.
While taking a nice dump for the last time.
Let's be real, man. Isn't the best like, as a guy? All right, Elizabeth's not here right now. As a guy, isn't the bathroom like sitting on the toilet like the best?
I mean, absolutely.
Yes, like Elvis. Elvis. No, but I'm saying though, like just being in the bathroom. Yeah,
absolutely. Fuck
nobody bothers you. You don't have you don't have D telling me that I have a small gimmick and stuff like my wife does all the time.
Frank Pickles Barrel says.
What do you say?
That you're sick, bro.
But I'm just saying, like, listen, if you're gonna go, but I have to be surrounded by my loved ones.
Not in the fucking can bar, right?
Yeah, in the toilet.
Oh man, you're a character, man. I know. Look, man, we're all not going to be here, at some point, which sucks. But whatever Bo Dallas is doing, though, I don't know, man. It's pretty spooky to me, man.
Listen, the vet always says that like he was talking about how last week how he was discussing how this thing sucks and everything, and
I felt the same way. Like as
but I keep thinking that this shit is gonna fucking work, man. I don't know, man. I don't want to give up.
I'm with the vet on this completely. I totally agree.
Maybe I'm emotionally connected to it because I know, like my son, that was his guy. That was his Eddie Guerrero. That was his what's Hart's brother's name?
Sorry, whose brother? Because I was
Bret Hart.
Owen Hart.
That was his Owen Hart.
Right.
What did Matt say here? Matt says, if Ray dies on the toilet, it would be a lot easier to stand him up and get him into a casket. That's true. You could just roll me right in. It's kind of just like push me off the toilet right into the casket.
What's wrong with us, man? We're getting all morbid on the line. This is like a Raw, right? So we're going in.
Being as raw as possible. Well, speaking of Raw, Jimmy, is there anything else you would like to discuss? Because there is no more news. We've been just.
Well, there was one more that I was going to ask you, maybe.
Go for it.
That involves Kenny Omega. I asked the vet his take. Obviously, I'm going to ask you. But how would you feel if you're TK himself, Kenny Omega? I'm talking about.
What's that?
Exactly. Well,
kidding.
this Kenny Omega guy apparently wants to, come back after his long-term injury in New Japan and not AEW, because apparently AEW is doing great without him and they don't need him.
Oh shit! So he basically wants to wrestle, but just not for AEW. I don't blame him.
But I think it's been blown out of context, though, in saying that.
Well, maybe he feels that AEW is not safe for him to work.
Maybe, but I just think he meant, and people again, because everyone jumps the gun. I personally think he just meant it in the sense that there's nothing for him to come back on his own to take on, say, Moxley and all that shit.
Right.
It's not going to work. It just doesn't work. So I don't think that. I think what he meant, it's not the right time for him to return yet. to AEW in terms of storyline and whatnot.
What do you mean?
Because what's he going to do if he comes back? He's going to be a one-man band?
Yeah. He's fucking
Take
Kenny
on Moxley and all that?
Kenny by
I
God
get that.
Omega.
I get that. But in saying that, like, I understand if he meant it in that way. And I think that's what he meant. But people think he buried the company. I don't know about that, though.
Well, listen, man. I mean, Kenny Omega's, I think he's earned the right to do what he wants to do at this point in juncture. He's earned the right to work whatever company he wants.
Well, yeah, exactly. And like Matt says, it's the same thing. It's exactly what I'm saying. Matt says the Bucks are gone right now, so story-wise, it wouldn't make sense. Exactly. That's my point.
All right.
And that's what I think he meant.
Unless he does the lone wolf gimmick.
Yeah.
No?
Nah.
I don't know.
I doubt it.
Well, Jimmy, it's time.
It's time for Raw.
It's time for Monday Night Raw. So why don't we just jump into Monday Night Raw that came to us live on the 18th of November. That was yesterday. And we're going to discuss.
Well, it wasn't exactly live.
Well, kind of. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Raw. So we're back. We're back at Grand Rapids, Michigan. Same arena we were in last week.
Same arena, same people, same shit.
So wait, they tape 2 Raws at once? What's going on?
2 Raws at once, man.
This was a tape show? This wasn't a tape show.
This was taped. And you could tell too, because if you watch SmackDown, with Bronson Reed joining the new Bloodline,
right?
For example, you could tell it wasn't the same as when he appeared on SmackDown, if that makes any sense. It didn't feel like the next step from there. Oh, who's the real Dakota? Who's joining us? Oh. Oh.
Fucking Christ.
It's the man himself.
He's searching for it. Give him a second. He's slow and old.
What the fuck? First and foremost,
there it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming down the aisle, he is weighing 911 pounds. He is 9 feet 11 tall. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the one. He is the only. He is Donald Trump's #1 fan. No, Donald Trump. He's his favorite wrestler.
Sorry.
As Ben Hamin does the Trump dance down the aisle, ladies and gentlemen, let's do it together. It is the one. It is the only. It is the hacker, Ben Hamin. Yo, what's going on, Pops?
What's good, buddy? I just finished up with Stevie and Vince, and I saw you guys were live, and I miss you. I haven't talked to you in a long time, Ray. And Jimmy T's kicking ass, man. Just wanted to say hey, boys, and run in real quick.
Why?
I saw that because I see the real Dakota Kai. I'm like, who's that? And then you appeared. I'm like, oh, what?
So So I'm assuming that you're quite the fan of Dakota Kai and her.
Oh no, I think rotten, but the fact of like here we are, here she is. She's been hired for 5 years, but Dakota Kai, I've got something to prove. Promo like doesn't call out anybody, doesn't set up any story, highlights a hot topic manager with a nose ring, and that's all that's supposed to get us in. This whole thing has become Disney on ice. The level of acting is ridiculous, bro. So
the one thing I'll say is that her tan, she's very well tanned now.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Yeah, what's up, miss? What do you got going on over there? Is that marijuana?
Yeah, all kinds of marijuana.
What do you got there going
Nance Coke. What is this? Watermelon diesel from Nance Coke.
Oh, Jimmy, you know about marijuana.
I'm jealous, man. It's illegal, bro. What are you talking about?
I hear come to Raven's joint.
Exactly.
Plenty, yeah.
It's a joke, man. Yeah, it is.
I just got a bunch of new brands, and I'm super pumped, man. I got the new Method Man Wu-Tang Takal brand. I got all 3 of his joints and 3 of his 8s, and they sent a bunch of swag over. I'm hoping, and because Raekwon just opened Hashtopia in Jersey this weekend, so Raekwon has his own dispensary. So I'm hoping they do like the round with weed, and I can actually have Method Man and Raekwon come to the store, would be fucking great.
That would be the
So,
shit.
So what happens when you smoke that? Do you like rob people and rap? Like, how does this work?
Do I rob people and rap? No, I don't need to rob anybody. And
when the average folk smoke that Wu-Tang.
Oh, that's Cal. Yeah, man. It's you got Iron Lung, Love Jones, and I can't remember what the third one is, but they're all named after Method Man like lyrics and shit, So, but it's a cool like obviously thankful for everything, Big Ray, but like all the things are like, oh, I got to live my life doing comedy and digital art. Oh, I got to live my life doing wrestling. Oh, I get to live my life doing weed. And now my other passion of hip hop, Wu-Tang, is like getting folded into that batter. You know what I mean? It's pretty weird. Yeah, it's cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, wow, the 1993 me gets to mark out.
And I understand what you mean by being weird, because you would have never thought in your wildest dreams that you could be possibly doing that, man, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because I feel the excitement through you, dude.
Yeah.
So
you seem pretty excited. It's almost like Jimmy T meeting like Peter North. His idol.
I'm sure he can make it happen. I'm sure he's got an OnlyFans or something.
Yeah. So Jimmy, here's the deal, Jimmy T. So you've talked a lot of bullshit about Ben. You made fun of him and you said terrible things about him off the air. Why don't you say it in his face now, brother?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Ben,
I'm kidding.
He's talking shit, first of all, but just saying. But yeah, all the time, always talking shit. Every time.
Always.
So, Ben, a question to you. So, since I'm assuming you watched Monday Night Raw, since you did, you do your little videos with these guys and stuff like that, and they're quite, And a big shout out again, ladies and gentlemen, to Vince Russo. Thank you, Vince, for always retweeting. I don't even know. So I sometimes always
Absolutely,
retweeting our links out, for our Mondays and Tuesday shows and Wednesday shows, and I appreciate it, Vince. If you ever, when you talk to him, just tell him I said thank you. But with that being said, Ben, you've talked a lot of shit about Vince behind his back. Why don't you say it to his face now?
I think for a guy who's supposed to be a creative genius, he's kind of doesn't have the vernacular and really writing ability to write up to the level of some of the characters that they should have. I think there could have Attitude Era good. Yeah. Could there have been some punch ups? I think we know what I would have done.
Look, opinion haver. If Ray, I'm assuming, doesn't have a strain called French Vanilla Butter Pecan Chocolate Deluxe, he's slipping.
There's something like that. There is to be honest with you, well, first of all, shout out to the Vet Opinion Haver and all the great work he does here at channelattitude.com too. But yeah, if you don't know, that's from Raekwon's Ice Cream, and they should have that. I would have a whole chocolate line if I was Method Man with that, because Ray's got a retail dispensary. So I'm sure you can have other LLCs, but I don't know how it works in Jersey, but you can't be what's called vertically integrated here, where I own distribution or like I make gummies and I have a retail store. You can't have both of those licenses.
Really?
Right.
Yeah. So it's separated into different segments. There's the growers, the retail, there's the processors, and there's even the people who do all the testing is a separate license. And now there's another one called micro business, which is like farm to table. So it's split up into different parts of the industry, so everybody can kind of choose which part they're going to go and do and not monopolize everything.
I
never knew that.
I really wanted to take this whatever minute or two you have to talk to you about this situation that's going on. I think you and I discussed this off the air a couple of times. How over
it's good to hear your voice, buddy. I miss you. I miss you, bud.
I miss you too. You don't fucking love me.
Dude, I'm legit working 15 hours a day at the joint, bro.
I don't know how you do it, being straight up, man. Doing the shows and doing what you do, man. I'll take mine off to you.
Well, that's the thing, is I fucked up doing the shows, and that's why Ray and Matt are coming to save my ass. So, like, I want you guys, the community, to thrive. It's just I'm at a time right now where I have to focus primarily on this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just super lucky to get this opportunity. A lot of guys would never in anything, but let alone to have a way out of wrestling. So I'm not, doing this when I'm 50. Yeah, dude. So it's just what I have to focus on, and it's weed, and I fucking very passionate about it.
Well, speaking about doing stuff, way past 50, we were discussing the whole Dave Meltzer thing. And you and I have discussed many times that eventually, much like people that we've worked with in the past, when they're full of shit, it usually gets brought out to light. And, Dave Meltzer, as you guys know out there, he said some ridiculous shit regarding Tony Khan and donating money and the whole thing with Zeb Coulter and everything like that. And Ben, do you think this is the end? Like much like how right now, and I hate to bring politics into this, but the left wing media, the far leaning,
they've imploded. They were used as a state run media, and now they're exposed, right? So
I'm using this as an example to ask you: do you think this is finally happening with the world of wrestling media? That people have finally called out their bullshit. They're tired of it. The king of their media, which would be Dave Meltzer, because he's the guy that gets called into doing all these Netflix specials and stuff like that. Do you think there's going to come a point in time within the next, let's say Netflix has a special, right? We're doing a fucking thing on Harley Race and his fucking career, right?
Right.
And one of the guys that's talking is John Cena. I could see John Cena saying, "Is Dave Meltzer going to be in this? Because if he is, I'm not doing this."
Yeah. So what you're saying is he damages his own credibility too much to the point that, because nobody of misinformation that it's been. And can you sabotage a guy like that who relies heavily on inside stooge reports? Yeah, they've flushed a lot of crap down the fucking pipe to test them, not just to test Dave and make him look stupid. They'll do that. Like that's an easy catch. But they've done that when. Do you remember when I think it was when Jericho was coming back and it got leaked and they fucking made everybody get cell phones that they could track and shit like that? And it came down, they put the heat on Lagana and shit, if I remember correctly. And or whatever the stooge report was.
He got fired, didn't he, Dave Lagana?
Multiple times, but yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that heat though can be on anybody, and they're just looking for any reason to fucking or it could be the real deal. But will that hurt Meltzer and the mark sheets of subscriptions? I think people will roll off, mainly because AEW is in such a rough place right now, and
I'm asking. Let me just clarify, because I'm asking because a lot of the left wing media, like the independent YouTube channel.
Well, let me just put this back to you. Who's got longevity? The people who look at it with a critical eye, and sometimes we can be passionate and over the top, or these dudes that for some reason they give these marks access and they blow it every time. Ryan Satin has a meltdown yesterday of whatever the fuck. Yeah. Some dumb shit. I'll send it to you. Hausman, MIA, right? Burns the bridges after saying things. Yeah. After they gave him access and he makes some, woke culture embarrassing fucking things or makes it about him. You got the Fightful crew that are in their 30s doing cosplay and talking like they're 12-year-old autistic kids at Disney World. There's nobody, they let these people have access. In the real wrestling world 20, 30 years ago, they never would have been able to have this type of access, because that instantly gave them, in fans' eyes, credibility, but they don't have any credibility. They're fucking marks trying to act like they're over and that they belong in there. They are not in the real mafia of wrestling. They've never paid a due. They've never drawn a ticket. They've never gone up and down the roads. They've never trained. They've never taken a bump. But for some reason, as a sycophantic leech, they get to hang on. And right now, the dog of wrestling is shaking its fucking tail, and these fleas are getting flicked the fuck off one at a time for whatever reason, because they're doing coke on camera, maybe, or this guy's getting shit wrong. But that trick of that trick of flushing disinformation down the pipeline of who it is is an easy way once it gets out of who's his stooge, and you can identify who the mole is, you know, so they know that game. And right now, all these people who came on in that kind of 2016 era have worn out their welcome. They were fair weather. They acted like they were over, and they exposed themselves for their own ignorance, and then real wrestling cut their throats.
Yeah, I mean, unrealistic. Cliff Burton says here they shouldn't have a press conference after every live pay-per-view. They don't deserve access.
They bury themselves anyway. In the end,
they did that to themselves. Listen, Ben, we're gonna jump into Raw very shortly, but because I got like half an hour before I get out of here. But I just wanted to know moving forward. So you're saying that basically you agree with me? Then you feel that right now the pro wrestling media, much like what's happening with you know the more liberal, the liberal, left-leaning liberal media, as they're losing subscribers, people are tuning out. Their television ratings are going down the toilet. They were spoon feeding your shit and saying this is the way it's gonna be. Like Dave Meltzer does a lot. He tells you, oh no, this is definitely gonna happen. This is gonna happen, and then it doesn't happen. You find out that you're not winning the state by 3 points. You know what I'm saying? You get
it's interesting. And what are they saying right now? Oh, the View needs conservative dudes on there. They don't care about really. They care about ratings and money and mind control. They don't care about opposing views, real dialogue, real conversations. They push narratives and points, which is exactly what Dave Meltzer does for AEW. Right? Whether he's kayfabe brain trust or just Tony wants somebody to be his yes man and tell him everything's going to be okay as he loses more and more millions of dollars instead of actually seeking out. He has the people around him like a Dustin Runnels or doesn't matter, Jake the Snake Roberts or whoever the fuck that has infinite knowledge and wisdom on how to build and draw towns. And instead we worry about what a micro demographic of podcasts subscribers care about, and we call them sickos because we think it's cute. Well, when you're trying to expand an audience and reclaim your audience and get your show over and get a bigger deal, you have to be for everybody, not just for fucking a small minority of hardcores who will praise you at every turn. So he didn't do any of that. Now he's paying the price. There's only one way to learn, the hard way. And what usually happens is Meltzer will make the best business decision too. And if AEW collapses, he'll have the whole, I have the inside scoop on why it didn't and do this, right? And shift and bury them and do the complete turnaround. Because my point is that media is fickle. When they give them access, they'll blow sunshine up your ass. When the times are on tough, everybody turns on Diddy like that. They would have had Diddy on their show 2 years ago like that to fucking promote whatever skin cream or fucking fragrances or Ciroc or any bullshit, right? So, yeah, of course. But people will buy it if this person endorses it. So he'll turn and tear them down as much as he wanted to build them up in order to make a profit, retain his audience, and pick through the ashes and bones to make sure he's provided for.
But Ben, do you think that Tony actually sees this? Like, because to me, it feels like he doesn't actually think there's anything wrong. He's just going la 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 la, just blocking his ears.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You have someone who was given this money, bro. He hadn't earned any of it. He hadn't earned. What does he do for the Jacksonville Jaguars as a Moneyball statistics guy? It doesn't seem to be helping them at all. I'm sure he has no focus on there. People look at him. He comes in as a dude with probably a very meticulous mind, a guy who's probably on the spectrum to some degree. And
100.
with all genius, there's madness, right? So he's probably is genius in analytics and analyzing things. That doesn't mean you know how to write creatively. That doesn't mean you know how to format and.
Oh, Ben, I think Ben has I think he has your internet.
I lost you for a minute. Sorry. That doesn't mean you know how to format and structure a show. That doesn't mean you know how to direct talent. That doesn't mean you know how to act. What acting experience does he have? Now, these are all essential pillars, pun intended, of knowing how to create an entire locker room, an entire show, and he doesn't even have any of the foundation to do any of that type of stuff. Instead, His dad made millions, hired a lot of scab workers, gave his money to his kid, and said, "Go play." And that's what we have. That's not a formula for success. Just because you throw money at it and you have big lights and pyro and your set looks similar but different, and this is what people expect out of a wrestling show, that doesn't mean you understand anything at all, because you know what happened in the Japanese indies. If the Japanese indies were even remotely over, people would be tuning in.
He's gonna say people will be tuning into the Japanese indies as he freezes once again.
He's right.
Well, he's not wrong. So I don't know if all right, Ben's pretty frozen there. I don't know if we're gonna get Ben Hamin back. Oh, he's back again. Thank God.
Don Stevens didn't like that kind of talk. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So, you know, and it's a shame, and I've said this before with Rip and other guys, where Rip be like, "Get that money, da 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 da," you know, and Rip's my mentor, but to me that's short-sighted to pick a guy's pockets instead of, you know, fixing the show. Do you want to get paid for a year and keep your mouth shut and watch everything crumble around you and go, "Wasn't my fault, he didn't use me," and earn a check? Or do you want to fix it and have a check for 5 years? I would like to have the long-term payday.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's very confounding to me, and that's where workers are going to work, and we're all really snakes and scumbags, because when you got your hand in the promoter's fucking purse, you're going to pinch every penny you can out of it and then move on to the next town, to the next money mark, because you know there really is a vote of no confidence silently, because nobody's stepping up to fix this thing. It really all started to go to hell when Cody left.
That's
then
true.
mix in the punk stuff, mix in the pettiness of the girls, the bad spot wrestling, the imitation cosplay wrestling, having guys that had money written on them, like a Wardlow or other dudes, and doing absolutely nothing properly with them. Or a guy like Orange Cassidy, who could get over in 30 seconds, doesn't need to wrestle at all. Instead, you have him wrestle every week for 6 months.
Every week, on every show.
He should be a 30-second blackout comedy spot. Same with Danhausen. And we're getting no. And why don't we? Because you've got a guy at the helm with a bunch of yes men who will not tell him no, and how to get max value out of Orange Cassidy, doing next to nothing with him.
Man, Don Stevens.
Sorry, doing next to nothing with him. Yeah, she's not happy. I'm unplugged here and losing battery. It's been a long show. You know, like, what do you expect? What do you expect to happen from a guy who hasn't put in his 10,000 hours in any of those things I've outlined? And I'm not trying to say I, me, my, but I'm a journeyman fucking performer since age 12. I've been on stage. 30. Wow, this is my 35th year. Yeah, this is my 35th year in performance, which is fucking weird to say. And, you know, it's been all over the world to learn craft from the masters and apply it in different territories and do what needs to be done in whatever changing media space, from podcasting to live theater to.
Damn, as he freezes again. He says live media. I wonder what a 12-year-old Ben was like twerking on stage.
Oh, that blew my mind. I know that really blew my mind.
You didn't know that? Yeah,
Ben, I didn't know from 12, not 12.
Of course, yeah. He used to twerk. He said, right, Ben? Remember you used to twerk at 12?
I used to twerk. I won a breakdancing contest when I was 10. Dude, I did. I started out tap dancing when I was 6 years old.
No shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
It was the 80s, bro. What are you gonna do? Fucking.
No, for real. No, yeah, absolutely. No,
but you know,
like, I never knew that, man.
Yeah. So I've been a song and dance man my whole life, and that's why I'm confident in directing actors, and they have a confidence in me where I play their character if they don't get it, and then show them, and then they understand it and pull a performance out of them that they didn't know they even had in them. This guy hasn't put in hour one to understand any of that fundamental acting, blocking, cinematography. Dude, we broke it down, Maddie and I, back in October of last year, of what they should have been doing with the Tony Storm stuff, verbatim, production-wise, verbatim. February rolls around. Roll that beautiful bean footage exactly like I fucking laid it out, and here it is. And this isn't the first thing. No, it's not the first thing I've had stolen ever. You know, hundreds of things. And there's parallel thinking, but it shouldn't have taken 3 months. All that should have been done ahead of time in September. So I'm not talking about it in October, having to suggest it. Like, it's not like, oh, they stole my idea. Do the fucking idea the right way the first time. But he doesn't know that. He doesn't know any of that.
And allegedly, when Ben was twerking on stage, his innocence was also stolen. Ben, before we let you go, unless you're going to hang out here for Raw.
No, I'm going to go. I got to go run the store.
Listen, a very important question, Ben. We've been discussing. Have you watched any of Cobra Kai recently?
I know there's new episodes. I haven't seen the second part of this new season.
I'm not gonna give you any spoilers.
Penguin is what I'm only caught up on right now, and it was great.
Penguin was so good.
Yeah, phenomenal.
So I'm gonna ask you a question now. Who's more of a heel, John Kreese or the Penguin?
Oh, got to be the Penguin. John Kreese. Well, I don't know. John Kreese might have murdered a lot of people in Vietnam. So, like, I was going to say John Kreese never really murdered anybody, but that's not true, right? So, but if you're doing it for your country versus for your hood, yeah, I don't think John Kreese sold drugs either, So,
who's the most over character in Cobra Kai for you?
I gotta go with Johnny, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. I love the villain backstory of why he is, and the redemption, and he gets a lot of great comedic fish out of water lines where he still plays by 1980s mentality, but it's 2020, cancel culture. That makes for great comedy, and he really kills it. Yeah.
Ben, listen, I need you to watch the new episodes of Cobra Kai and then get back to me, because bro, all I'll say is that it starts off hot and it ends hotter than it has ever ended. And we have more shit coming in February. Ben, put over your social media and stuff that man, what you're doing with Vince and stuff. And again, don't forget to thank Vince for helping us push this show to the live audience.
Yeah, and thanks to Kaz for getting those great clips out for Vince to retweet. You guys know where it is, channelattitude.com, Master Shoot Theater on his Patreon, at @Ben_Hamin on Twitter, Hacker Hamin on Instagram. But really, if you can follow Ravens Joint, I think on Instagram is Ravens Joint and the number 2 because it got clipped. But any Google 5-star reviews, that helps us huge for Ravens Joint. And if you're in the upstate New York area, come check us out, man. I want to make it a place for wrestling fans and wrestlers to come and get a good picture. Yeah, come on, Ryan. Come hang out, brother. I got something for you to smoke. But yeah, a lot, man. I just want to run in and say miss you, buddy.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, too. So
I just want to say, Ben, I've been promoting Ravens Joint in the descriptions of the shows. You're cool with that, right? Obviously.
Yeah. I just can't. I can't ship anything to anywhere.
I know. It's tough,
you come here and do it. And
Whoa! You say you can't ship anything? I got a box here that I haven't. It's been ticking. No, I have a box from Ravens Joint. It says your name. It's been
big surprise inside.
Well, I thought it was a clock.
It's 11:11 right now, infidels. Raise them up. Hacker Hamin here on Like It Raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Here with the infidel Jimmy T and that bald head moron Big Ray all day. YOLO.
Should I open that box? Jimmy, should I open the box?
Open it right now.
I need to leave.
Always good to see Ben, man.
I
don't like to sell it live on air, but I got nostalgic. It's good to see my buddy, man.
No, for real, man. Because it's funny because I see the name Dakota Kai come. I'm like, who the hell is that? You know what I mean? I love how he does the random run-ins, man. It's been a while.
It's been a while
on our shows, on my shows, since he's done that. But it's always a pleasure.
It is a pleasure, Jimmy. You're gonna have to do your best vet impression. You know what that means?
All right. Well, I know exactly what that means. As a matter of fact, Vet said we're the speed champions, as in myself and the Vet. So
So let's
put
take
that
it to the
test right now.
let's sift through that wreckage of Monday Night Raw, ladies and our 20-minute Raw review. Let's go.
All right. Well, look, I'm not going to break down this whole promo at first.
Good.
All I'm going to say is all the women were in the ring, you know, both from SmackDown and Raw, and surprise, surprise, we get
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley making her appearance. The only thing that confused me, why was she dressed like she was in Saudi Arabia still?
I don't know. So look, you had Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, Candice LeRae, Bianca Belair comes out, Jade Cargill, Naomi, and anyway, there was 5 girls. They're like, well, it's 4 against 5, and fucking Rhea Ripley comes out looking like a Catwoman. Was her face painted white as well, or was that just me?
Nah, it's all bullshit, bro. It's all gimmick.
No, I'm saying her face was painted white, right? Like she.
Right? Yeah, no, she was wearing a lot of makeup, bro. Like a lot.
A lot of makeup.
A lot. I don't know why, because she looks great without it. But whatever. I mean, each to their own. But I'll tell you now, she was not injured, dude. 100%.
You don't think so?
I guarantee it, bro. You think she'd be back now after a broken audible? I don't care if she's wearing a friggin' protection, face protection, whatever. Dude, 13 days? Nah.
No.
I still think she wasn't even injured when Liv Morgan originally injured her.
But she's Rhea fucking Ripley.
She's Rhea bloody Ripley, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, fucking, isn't the same thing?
Well, yeah, basically.
But isn't bloody like kind of like
it's an Aussie slang in terms of like, yeah. Instead of saying fucking, you know, you say bloody. Rhea bloody Ripley, mate.
Yeah.
At the end of it.
But yeah, so these girls were just squawking and quacking and you know talking their shit, and basically they end up fighting and they end up beating the shit out of each other. And it starts off with Rhea Ripley just yelling "War Games," and then she headbutts the girl with her broken face. She headbutts the girl with her broken face, Jimmy.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's all bullshit.
Yeah,
I called it, I said it, and there you go. There's your proof. But whatever, man. I just feel like they needed to do that because they can't have it dominating all the time. They've built her up so high that she can't just run over everybody. So she needs to take a bit of time off here and there, bullshit and injury here and there. And that's on WWE. That's how they built it. That's what happens. That's how I feel anyway. Call me conspiracy theorist or not, but to me, this proves it. But anyway, yeah, that was all it was. Io Sky is also part of Team Ripley, basically. Or was it the other way? No, it was Team Ripley, right?
Yeah. She's one of with the good girls.
Yeah.
I mean, we seen Bron Breakker backstage warming up, and then
Bron Breakker. I just want to say one thing about Bron Breakker quickly, and I'll be quick. Yeah. If anyone hasn't checked Grayson Waller's interview with Chris Van Fleet, please check it out. That is one of the better ones. I'm telling you guys, it is great. I was pleasantly surprised at how good it was. But what he said about Bron Breakker, it popped me, dude. He thinks everybody from Australia, New Zealand, England, Ireland, all the same, right?
Yeah.
So he greets everybody the same way. Doesn't matter where they're from. Yeah, but he put an Aussie accent on. Like, g'day, boys, or whatever, right? And I could picture him doing that. I just feel like for sure.
Who does that? Bron Breakker?
Bron Breakker, yeah. He does that to all the Aussies, the New Zealanders, the English, the Irish. But he does it like they're all from the same place. So to him, it's all like they're all Australians.
Listen, I know there's a difference between New Zealand and Australia.
I know it's hard to tell, but
so good day is I guess
they say that too, but
they do say that.
Yeah, they say all the Aussie slang that we say, they say too, in every sense.
Right then. He's okay.
Well, yeah, I guess. That's why it's funny, you know what I mean? It popped to me. Yeah, but he even puts the English people in the same category, though.
He doesn't go pip. Anyway, Chad Gable and Ivy Nile face Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega, and they go over. Let me see. Latino go. Yeah, the LWO goes over Rey Mysterio. So Chad loses again, Jimmy.
Fucking loser, bro.
Solid match, I guess, between these two. Did you get anything from this? I mean, on post match, after the match.
Well, post match,
what happened?
It was weird because basically he blames everybody else for being losers,
right?
And he's the loser, and basically hypes them all up, and it felt like they won the match afterwards.
All right, so after the match, Chad Gable ends up slapping one of the brothers. I forgot the taller
Wasn't
one.
it the dorky one, the one that's always laughing like a chicken?
No, he didn't slap that one. He slapped the other one.
Okay, it was
And
that one, all right.
so he's slapping him in the face. So I'm thinking, what is this? A fucking baby face turn? Like, are they
Nah.
breaking him up? You didn't think that they were breaking him up at all when they were slapping each
Nah.
other and shit? No.
No. I never thought that, because why put them together if they never done anything? Really, what do they achieve? Nothing. They're just losing all the time.
Yeah, they lose a lot, man. Unfortunate, because this little stable has, I think, a ton of potential. But yeah, man, it was just a weird way to go to the next segment where you have American Made just basically getting all hyped up, and it's just weird.
It was just weird, man. The losers ended up feeling like they're the winners by the end of it, because they even had their music play out.
Did you like this? Did you like the match? Was the match okay for you?
Yeah,
It was all right, man.
It was a normal television match, mixed match. It was nothing special, man. To be honest, I don't even rate it.
Well, backstage, Finn Balor and Liv Morgan in the Judgment Day, they're talking back there. What happens there?
Basically, Finn Balor tries to talk Liv Morgan down in the Judgment Day clubhouse and offers to take the wheel from her tonight, which she actually accepts. Balor turns immediately and gives Dominik Mysterio a pep talk, and he and Carlito go off to take care of business as Finn and JD McDonough go off in a different direction, and we go to another break. But nothing to really, I'm not going to ask you what you thought, because it's just really nothing. But when we come back, I'm going to ask you what you thought, because we see Gunther giving Ludwig Kaiser a talk backstage about standing and being his own man, and telling him to look into his eyes and asking if he still sees the old Rengerau. Kaiser says, yeah. Kaiser says nothing has changed, and Gunther says Damian Priest doesn't get under his skin. And then we can pass across the backstage area to see Priest signing 8x10s like it's no one's business.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gunther, for whatever reason, thinks, well, I'm going to attack this guy. He attacks him from behind and gets owned.
Yeah,
that almost buries him, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like that, because how stupid did he look? If you attack someone unknowingly from behind and you lose the fight, you just hide your face, man.
So basically, what they're doing is they're showing this vulnerability in the World Heavyweight Champion and Gunther, as he put Damian Priest in a choke, like a sleeper hold, and Damian Priest just got up, threw him into some fucking into a wall or whatever the hell it was, and then just beat the living shit out of him. And then Adam Pearce comes out.
And he had a lead pipe.
And he had, the lead pipe fell out of his hand after after Priest knocked it out of his hand. Basically, long story short, we end that segment with Gunther on the floor after getting kicked in the stomach, like writhing in pain. Adam Pearce, like, what the fuck is going on? And Damian Priest looking like a total badass. And I don't know how I feel about this. I don't
like
know why,
it, dude.
I don't know why they're going with this angle. It doesn't make sense that they're trying to garner sympathy for Gunther. Is it?
No, I think they're trying to say he's gone soft now that he's champion, bro.
So is it like the Rocky thing? Remember how Rocky and Rocky 3 was fighting all these tomato cans and all these weak fighters? And
does that make sense for Gunther though?
And then Mr. T comes and punches him in the face. No,
could be, but it just doesn't make sense for his character to be doing this for sympathy or that. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know where they're going, but if that's the case, they're obviously putting doubt in him. Maybe they're trying to build him down a little bit to where he is beatable.
But why?
I have no idea. That's $1 million question.
I don't know, man. I think Gunther is the type of guy you should keep like super strong the whole time.
I agree, but it feels like they're having regrets building certain guys and girls to an extent where they come across unbeatable, and they need to take him down a bit. You know what I mean?
It's what they did to the Big Show back in the day. They have to, because they have to. I think what their line of thinking is that, and you tell me if I'm wrong, chat. I think what they're doing is much like the Big Show. If it's a real wrestling match, it's not
destroy everybody.
It's not, it's not believable that the Big Show would actually lose a match to most of the people, or 99% of the people that he's in the ring with. So they want to give you some type of sense of, oh wait, Damian Priest might be able to win this one, when we all know that Gunther ain't dropping the belt to Damian Priest. I don't think he is.
No chance.
So they made the Big Show cry, and they made the Big Show like goofy, and they brought the Big Show down. I never liked that. I think they should have built this dude like Goldberg and just continue having him just run through people. This is why we like Gunther. I'm never tired of every match that I've seen Gunther in is a great match for me. So I don't know where they're going with this, but I do know, Jimmy, that after we see the War Raiders backstage warming up, we do have a banger of a match between Bron Breakker and Sheamus for the IC title.
Absolutely. What a match it was too, man. And I knew that Sheamus wasn't going to get the win, but still I was hoping that he would. But it doesn't matter because we do see Ludwig Kaiser out of nowhere taking both men down, surprisingly, which makes me wonder, what does this mean for Bron Breakker now? Is he a tweener again? So what's going on?
So remember, Gunther did have the conversation with Ludwig Kaiser saying that he needs to be his own man. So it looks like Ludwig is kind of going his own route, and he's going to aim for that mid-card title. But Bron Breakker is not a good guy or a bad guy.
That's what I'm saying. He's just, what is he? He's a
badass.
Shades of Grey.
He's the Intercontinental Champion. So basically, this match was really good. I enjoyed it. And then Ludwig Kaiser gets the heat. He comes in, and this is disqualification. So, Bron Breakker technically won by DQ. I don't know if you guys know that. But he comes out, man, and he's making a statement. And he doesn't just attack one of the guys, he attacks both of the guys. So what's going to happen? It's going to probably end up in a three-way. What do you think?
Well, yeah, 100% it will end up in a three-way. What I don't like about this, though, why make a statement when he's going to be on the losing end, in my opinion, anyway? So what's the point of this statement?
You think so? You think they're going to push this guy, Ludwig?
They won't make him IC champion right off the bat. There's no way, surely. But then again, I'm thinking about it. Maybe they will, but I don't see it happening right now. Like when that triple threat match happens, I can't see him just taking it, hot-shotting that belt again, man. What's the point?
And by the way, with Sheamus,
hot-shotting?
I think Sheamus will win that IC title, but it's going to be just before he retires.
And it will be against Kaiser, I think, that one in particular.
I was going to ask you, not that I could even go in the ring like Sheamus, but Sheamus looks a little slow to me. Like,
dude, I've been saying this for months now. He's gassing out himself every match, practically trying to keep up with the younger dudes. Yeah. And he's not on that level. Look, credit though to him, he's trying. And he still ends up. But by the end of the match, dude, he's that blown up. It's sad to see in some ways.
How long has Sheamus been around?
He said, actually, was it this week or last week? It's been 15 years in WWE.
Years.
Yeah. 14 or 15 years, but I know it's closer to 15.
Let me see.
It's a long time.
When did he start his career? So the dude is 46.
Wow. He's 46.
So he started training in 2002. And
That's
his debut was in 2004. I'm talking
when
about
was his WWE debut,
so he wrestled with Irish
07, wasn't it?
Hold on. Irish Whip Wrestling from 2004, 2006. And we move on and we go to British Promotions from 2005, 2007. And so he also he wrestled 2006. That's when he made his debut with the WWE.
Okay. I remember more 2007 than 06, but yeah.
Shaughnessy. I think it was his name, something Shaughnessy. And yeah, man, he's been wrestling since he's been going, man. He's been going since 2006, bro. It's like almost 20 years. That's crazy.
Dude, I remember the push they gave him initially, pretty much at the start when, he was Triple H's boy, remember?
Yeah, he was.
That's what all the dirt sheets used to say and shit, and that's why he got his push. I didn't appreciate him back then. I sure do appreciate him now, though.
I mean, Revamp says that Sheamus bores you. Listen.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's
not
like
that boring.
He's fucking Sheamus. Like, I don't know if you can hate Sheamus.
Yeah, I don't hate him by all means. Look, his matches, he gives it his all, man.
You know who you can hate, though?
Matters.
You know who you can hate?
Oh, this idiot.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's quit doing his fucking wrestling dirt sheet bullshit. Good. And that head of his, I mean, seriously, dude.
Nobody kiss. Anyway, it is what it is. One last time. There it is. Goodbye. So yeah, man, that happened with this match. Let me see. We got what happened? Oh, so then
you see Jey Uso backstage. And the bloodline. So Jey Uso's backstage with Big Jimmy Uso and Sami Zayn, and of course himself, Seth Rollins. Yeah, and gives them a pep talk about standing together despite their differences. Zayn points out that Rollins was able to put aside his bad blood with Cody last year, so why can't he put his bad blood with Roman aside? Seth says it hurts him inside, but he cannot see aside his issues with that tyrant in Roman Reigns. He wishes them luck and says he's out, and that's that. As Jim says, no yeet.
No. So listen, I mean, I think we all understand. So what do you think? I'm gonna give you two scenarios. Do you think Seth Rollins really doesn't help him out, and they bring in one of the new young boys that signed in with the WWE? I'm talking about because they signed Zilla Fatu and these
Zilla,
other
right.
guys.
Apparently Lanta Nawahi too.
Right? Are they going that route, or you think Seth is
yet.
gonna? Seth is gonna definitely.
I don't know if it'll be Seth. I'm gonna dare say that Hamin either, and this is a long shot. It probably won't happen.
John Cena.
You never know with that. You can never put it past him.
Oh,
that's true.
All right.
You never know. Didn't he say November is when he's going to come back to WWE?
John Cena. Sorry.
So it could be, but I think it could be even Lesnar. Like the wise man brings in Lesnar, which still doesn't make sense though in some ways. And don't be surprised if Punk might even take over that spot, and that's when Seth gets upset, and then that moves on to them having their feuds.
Let me tell you, there are some words. And I kind of avoided this on the news thing that there are some rumors that CM Punk is going to have kind of a major role coming into Survivor Series. So
what, for the main event?
They're just saying a major role. That's
Is
why
it
I didn't
a ham roll.
I wish I'm going to eat a ham roll now. But this is why. Listen, this is why I didn't want to report it, but I just wanted to bring it up because since we're talking about it. I don't like reporting things unless I know for sure, but I see that he's going to have something's going to happen with CM Punk during this whole pay-per-view. So we'll see what happens, but it could be.
That's why I think maybe Punk will be the one that takes over, and then that's when Rollins gets jealous.
Okay.
And the rest is history. But still, I don't like either one of those picks. Honestly, I don't. What I would like to see for drama, I'll just say quickly.
John Cena!
Yeah, the four of them go into it for a little bit where they're getting fucked up by the five other guys, and then whoever it's going to be comes in at the time when they need them most. The fans all pop. Come on, it's obvious. They're going to do the match like that, man. So whoever it is, we're not going to know until in the middle of the match. In my opinion, that's how they should do it.
Well, Jimmy, listen, I quite enjoyed this next match, this tag team match. I did. I really enjoyed the Dominik Mysterio War Raiders match, and the match goes exactly how I thought it would go, where Carlito took most of the heat, and Carlito gets pinned.
Took all the heat, bro.
Well,
pretty much.
Yeah, he took the pin by the War Raiders. Anything that stuck out to you before we jump into the main event and the other stuff that happens between the main event?
Two things. One, the War Raiders have lost a lot of weight combined, both of them, which is great for them. Also, the fact that Carlito is off the gas.
Yeah, he looks almost normal size again.
He's got no arms anymore.
Well,
he's clearly not comfortable without the singlet, without the shirt.
I noticed that too. I was gonna make a point of that too, Jimmy. But you know what I noticed out of everything?
What's that?
The War Raiders. I don't think nobody's
feeling it.
Nobody's invested.
And I like WWE's fault, bro.
That's WWE. I agree with you, Jimmy. But I was like, if these guys would have came in, could you imagine the entire war? Nobody does it. They tried to get the chant going.
No one does it, bro. No one freaking done it. They're sitting there, war, and everyone's saying, "Yeah, Raw is war instead."
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares. But listen, it was a solid match between the tag team. Anytime you have Rey Mysterio Jr. What's his name? Dominik in the ring.
Jr. Yeah,
I'm happy with it.
And R.I.P. to Ray's old man who just passed away, just quietly. Man, a couple of days
his
ago.
father passed away.
Father passed
really?
Away. Yeah.
Oh, rest in peace.
I kid you not. Yeah. So R.I.P. to Rey Mysterio Senior. You know what I mean? So.
But after the match, Finn Balor and JD McDonough jumped the War Raiders. So.
Yeah, big deal. But what matters most, though,
have they been tag team champions? But hold on, have they been tag team champions? The War Raiders.
I believe they have.
Well, if they haven't, they're going to be tag team champs again. I think they're going to take the belts off of Finn Balor and McDonough. But yet,
Are they worthy right now? I think they were going that way, but going by the reactions, like you said, if no one cares, why even bother, man?
I get it. But let's talk about this this Bray Wyatt promo. And if you guys hadn't seen it, remember I was saying that not Bray Wyatt. I'm sorry, Bo Dallas.
I don't blame you for saying that.
But my God, look, I'm gonna throw this picture up.
Dude, that's Bray.
That's fucking Bray.
Looking what Bray, but still Bray. Yeah, it's fucked up, bro. I don't like it. I don't like it for some reason, dude. Maybe
it's
meant
so
to make you feel
creepy.
that way. It's
So
creepy, dude.
Bro, this was a really good. I loved this.
I've been shitting on these on the White Six pretty much from day dot, right?
And we
But
skipped.
I'll say
hold
this.
on. We skipped the one with the Miz and fucking.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah,
we could just
did.
do. Oh well, I'm just saying. With the Miz,
I
cut
remember
when they did the backstage Miz thing. I'm bugging out.
I'm sure we did. Oh, look, you or maybe we're wrong, but I thought we did speak about it. But the point is, what's going on with the Miz? Because they played that as well, that vignette again earlier in the show.
I don't know.
But
Listen,
we didn't
all I know is I love these fucking vignettes. See, you guys shit on it. You guys don't like the Wyatt Six shit. I love this shit.
Because look at, for example, and me and Vet obviously have spoken about this on the wreckage, but look at the way the Outrunners do their shit.
Yeah.
Like Ray says, it seems like they're doing it. I mean, the Vet says that it seems like they're using actual camcorder, and it does look like that.
Sure.
Whereas this is clearly like digital 80s, what do you call it?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Like a filter, right?
Filter, 80s filter, right? Exactly.
Right. But listen,
and that's the problem.
I love what they're doing on both sides. The Karrion Kross thing with the Miz was fucking incredible. Where the Miz is like, you could tell he's kind of losing his mind. He's like, who's going to direct this movie?
But they haven't followed up on it now again. Like, we're going to wait another week for that.
Well, hello.
I don't like that.
Storytelling. You want everything in one show?
Give me storytelling. Give me some little content.
They're giving you storytelling. What more do you want?
Even a vignette, like them kicking back across his house. I don't know, something.
But that's what they did.
Not really, bro. We just saw Bo Dallas morph into Bray Wyatt, pretty much. And that would be all the talk. He took all the heat just from doing that.
That shit's scary.
That's freaky, dude. I don't like it, man.
I love it. I fucking love it.
Because imagine, because he's starting to sound like him too, bro, which is even more fucked up. And what happens if he starts believing his own shit? Imagine that, dude. Wrestlers have a tendency to do that shit too sometimes. Imagine this guy starts thinking. Imagine how his parents would feel.
Listen,
I mean, if I was fucking Rotunda, bro, if I was, IRS, I'd be like, fucking, please settle down. That's too much.
I hope he fucking drops the mask and just goes down as, looking like that.
That's goofy as fuck, bro. It's true.
All right. Well, I think we will tend to disagree. Listen, I got like 5-10 minutes.
All right. Before I like this promo though. This was the best one I've seen.
Yes.
Everything else I shat on. That's 100%. This I liked because it freaked me out.
Shite on.
It was shite. Shite.
Let me speed through this real quick. Alpha Academy runs into Kofi Kingston backstage and Xavier Woods. They go back and forth. Xavier Woods gets his panty in a bunch as usual. Long story short, Xavier Woods is going back and forth with Alpha Academy, and they set up a match for next week because Xavier Woods is an asshole.
He's such a prick, bro.
He plays a good prick.
Yeah, he does. Because you want to slap the friggin' little fuck.
You want to He's not too little in the pants. But yeah, man.
Listen, black.
No, because I saw the fucking video with him in
true.
The 2-on-1, the three-way, the fatal three-way. I saw that one. I was like, holy shit, look at this guy. It's a new day. Yes, it is. But
it was going in the rear too.
What?
Never mind.
What did you say about Rhea?
The rear.
Oh, the rear. Yes.
Yeah.
Many angles were taken. And shots. The main event of the evening: Big Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins. Jimmy.
Great match. Of course. I mean, it was exactly what we expected, man.
Yeah. Dude.
But we had a lot of fuckery too.
Well, has Bronson Reed become the Gunther of like. I mean,
Imagine
everything
that,
he's in
dude.
is-
Imagine that, right? Imagine
Bronson
that's
Reed's
the-
kind of becoming the man, dude.
It's bizarre, bro. It's bizarre.
Is
I don't
it
know,
bizarre?
maybe it's bizarre. Nah, look, they like him clearly, and
Ah.
anyone that thinks he's small, and I get it, right? People think he's small. I think Vet's one of those guys. As a matter of
He ain't
fact.
listen. He ain't 6 feet tall. The guy's got to be about 5'9", 5'10". Because
He's
Seth Rollins can
5'10".
shoot
I've
this man.
seen him up close, dude, in the
All right.
Indies, in Australia, and I swear to you, I freaked out when I first saw him. This is before he was ever in WWE. He's that fucking wide, dude.
Yeah, I
It
know,
blew
right?
my mind. It didn't matter how tall he was.
Huh?
He's tall this way, bro.
Yeah, he's tall.
It's
on the
crazy. Like
Got it.
I don't know if he's tall there, but
I don't know.
he probably's got nothing down there, to be fair. But
knows?
this way, dude, he's massive, bro.
Oh, okay, in the pants, right?
Aussie Taz, he's bigger than friggin' Taz ever was. Put it that
Listen,
way.
man. Look, I don't know what's going on with Bronson Reed. All I know is that every time he's on my TV, I can't not watch. I can't
And he's
not watch.
And he's got the best name for a finisher. Tsunami's so good, bro. Like,
Tsunami. When yo, dude,
the commentators, man.
the threat of violence, bro. Ben, we had Ben on. He talks about it all the time. Britt Rogers 101, the threat of violence. The minute that he goes up on the top rope, even if he doesn't hit the splash, people are like,
Everyone just lifts up, dude. Everyone's
Yes.
anticipating. Like
everybody
Ben
wants
said.
to see it. But and you know, this is one of those things where, you know, people complain about big men, you know, jumping off the top rope again. But this one, like, it matters when he does this move. And these guys, listen, these guys beat the living shit out of each other. And of course, before this match, you had the bloodline come out, and then you had the you know, Jimmy and Jay and fucking,
and then everyone paid TV like the paying tag.
But he gets but Bronson Reed, I'm sorry, Seth Rollins looked like he had the match in hand when Solo Sikoa basically sets a kind of a distraction. Bronson Reed hits
He
the
didn't do
Death
nothing.
Valley. Hits the well. He stood on. You know, he's an ugly kid. He hits the Death Valley driver. He a couple of big sentons, goes up to off the top. Boom! Hits the tsunami, and we go off the air with Bronson Reed defeating Seth Rollins, Jimmy. And what again was a fucking. Listen, I don't know if I didn't know this was taped or whatever. I enjoyed the pace of this show this week. I think it flowed really well.
It went quick, definitely.
Did it not? Right?
It did this time for sure.
We had a ton of wrestling. We did have our promos, but everything was situated perfectly. Not too long, not too short, not too much talking. Everything was great, except for the.
I think there was a lot of edits. That's why, dude. Considering it wasn't live as well.
Well,
I think the editing team would have done a great job at making it feel that way.
I'll tell you what, brother. I thoroughly enjoyed this Raw, and it set up business for the weeks to come, and obviously setting up business for what do you call it? The Survivor Series,
right?
That's coming out. But listen, I don't want to be in a rush. I mean, I was so happy to have Ben jump in with us, but it did take up some time.
It
I love
did,
Ben.
yeah.
But
and you're hitting like anyway. We got to do shit, you know.
I fucking love Ben. That's my boy,
absolutely.
Man. But listen, man,
he does this, man. He just turns up whenever he feels like it, obviously, as he can.
Let's put over your social media. I got to get out of here literally right now.
You know where to find me at this point. It says it right there. DJ Mass Effects. Do that. And down there, exactly, right there.
Down there. We
right
keep it there
right
the whole
down
time.
there.
Like
it's everywhere, so I don't even need to say it. Follow me there.
The Wreckage.
Also, the Wreckage with myself and the Vet. This very show with myself and Big Ray Hernandez. And, of course, the Smack Attack with God knows who. It's always a different pairing, it seems. But apparently it will be me and John.
This week? I didn't get to watch.
You know what? John might not be around this week. This week it was me and John, but Jeff joined right at the very end. So we did another 2 hours. We went 4 hours, extravaganza. It was a long show.
Oh, cool.
But go check that out. Yeah, but we spoke too much politics and all that. You know how it goes.
All right.
But yeah, man, that's about it for me.
All right, real quick, man. This weekend we have the Pro Wrestling Reflection, and they're going to be doing a show regarding the power of the pro wrestling briefcase. Bounties, that type of thing, you know, like how they have the big briefcase with the money, and I don't know what they're going to talk about. Professor just says the power of the briefcase. So
could be Money in the Bank.
It could be. I think it's.
But also they used to do that years ago, but especially in NWA, and Warren Crockett and all that shit. They would have, not just pinatas on the pole, but something like a briefcase with money. Battle Brawl, for example.
If I put my shoulder, it looks like. Hi, see how it looks like it's his shoulder? No, anyway, doesn't matter. Listen, guys.
Like this.
Follow me on social media at Big Ray Hernandez. Follow us here. I'll be here tomorrow with the vet at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you guys for joining us, man. We appreciate you. We love you. We thank you. And thank you for everybody that's helped support this show. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button before you guys leave, because we want to push this out to as many people as possible. And that's it, Jimmy. We are out of here. You want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Bye.
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 We're all American. Bye.
Yowie, wow.
We don't like heavy metal. We don't like rock. All we like to listen to is
Barry Manilow.
Yeah. I love Barry Manilow.
Yeet.
This is the Hustler Rip Rogers. Yeah, it's fucking me. Yeah, and listen to the fucking Hamin Media Group. That's Ben Hamin Media Group from Rip Rogers. Go get him and go fuck yourself.
I might want to